I'm here with Mr. Clyde Bacon. He is a customer of ours who's gone through a little bit of trouble here with his new home, and well, I'll let him explain it. Hello, Mr. Bacon, how are you today?
I'm a lot better today than I was yesterday and the day before that and before that.
Well, that's really good to hear. So, for starters, how'd you get to calling us? What was the problem you were dealing with before we showed up?
It was and is multiple. Trying to get builders, trying to get electricians, trying to get plumbers in the New London, Lake Sunapee area, extremely difficult. And I had lived here for 10 years before, built a big house, and I called some of my old friends in the trades, and they were booked for a year or 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up with a builder who turned out to not be somebody you would want. He took off with $175,000. His electrician and his plumber, on the way out, managed to put things in improper places.
They were upset for not getting their...
You know, I can't figure out what the heck their problem was, but I find myself quite likable.
Me too.
My dogs do. My wife, not so. We had some tough moments, and I just expect people to do an honest day's work. They didn't use any of the right forms. They didn't communicate the way the bank needed them to, but the bank still paid them. So this has been a 2-year build. When he left, it was really tough to get anyone. With my second builder, we still had issues. Issues in that we couldn't get an electrician, we couldn't get a plumber, period. Then I managed to get one, and having spent over $33,000 in the first build, things should have been perfect. I spent a little over $5,000, and we still had circuit breakers popping. A name was suggested to us. I got connected with some nice young men from ION or ION. Came in, they investigated the problems, and they eliminated them. That's all you can ask for somebody in the building trades. If you know your job and you do it. I was in a house, didn't have power to any of the smoke detectors. It makes me pretty smoking mad. Still waiting on things that took 4 months to get ordered. They're taking 5 or 6 weeks to come, and eventually I'll be happy. For the time being, I'm just pleased as punch that lights are working. People put up wallboard and hid all the wires before they were all connected.
Yep, I can attest to that. Down in the basement, to get power to some of those smokes, we had to do a circuit trace and ended up finding maybe they thought they were going to use for smoke alarm, but then abandoned it. Wires just hanging in the ceiling. So yeah, I can attest to that for sure. And luckily we were able to find those, get those reattached. Everything started working a lot better after
Exactly. Having different electricians come in, using different brands, circuit breakers kept popping.
After you got us on board, obviously it took a few electricians to get to that point. How did we do? Did you feel about our methods, and is there anything that you thought maybe, hey, they did a good job, but they could have done this better?
No, the thing that amazed me, a young lady talking to me on the phone, asked technical questions. She put together a case. She sent me emails. If I answered with an email, she answered back. What a concept. Because, you know, most of the time you're calling someone in the trades, you put your information on their recorder, you never hear back.
Yeah, good luck sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. And what I really love is it goes through 3 different messages, and then a 4th one comes on and says, oh, never mind, the thing is full.
Yeah, when you finally get through all the answer machines.
So with ION, people answered, people responded. And when I got prices, because of what I've gone through, I am in a financially tight position. I was able to take things that were immediately necessary and get them done.
Yes.
And as I get expendable money, then I will get things that I want to have done.
Yeah.
The idea was for older people who are comfortable to have the house they want in the size they want when they downsize, and keep the quality of the product up.
Yeah. I can understand.
And I've had to make more changes than I wanted. But I feel very confident with your company.
Thank you.
Now we can enjoy it. We have a beautiful yard, and I'm going to spend the rest of my years not bugging people, but playing with chipmunks and getting things planted.
That's fantastic. It's fantastic. And honestly, that's kind of, you almost answered my next question. I was going to say, what are you going to be able to do now with all you've got? But you've really kind of...
Well, it's I've been a busy person my whole life.
Yeah.
Did a lot of flying, and I don't want to travel anymore. I have no visible neighbor, yet they're there.
Yeah.
And I have beautiful rock walls to watch, 2 lovely dogs to play with, and lots of margaritas.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a very happy person.
I saw your
in
mix.
Newbury.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. And I appreciate you, Clyde. I appreciate you taking the time to answer these questions with us.
You have to be able to trust the person, and you tell them those things that hurt, and you get done what you can do.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been great. Bringing in 5 people that work together well.
Yeah.
It's been super. So thank you.
Hey, it's our pleasure. That's it for us today.